So, good day, class. Today we are going to explore a very meaningful and creative topic in art, which is soul making. So, together with appropriation and improvisation, we're going to discuss in this chapter not just about creating art, but also discovering um, our inner selves and using our life experiences to express something deeper, no? So at the end of this lecture class, you were expected to first discuss the concept of soul making, and then next, you should be able to characterize and define appropriation, borrowing, and ownership. The next one, develop artistic ability through appropriation, and the last one, define improvisation in its role in communication. So now let's start now in defining what is soul making. So, class, soul making, also called as art making, it's actually the process of drawing from personal experiences, thoughts, or emotions, and transforming them, those ones, into artistic forms, whether it's in painting, sculpture, performance, or even poetry. Now, soul making or art making is about turning moments of our everyday lives into art that, reflects who we are somehow. Actually, Narciso in 2012 described soul making or art making as looking into the depth and meaning of what we do and expressing it through creative forms. So, therefore, it's an intimate process, no? One that connects us with ourselves and others. That's why soul making is very important. Also, class, this soul making or art making can happen anytime or anywhere, even if you are doing house chores or you're in the middle of something, no, it can just pop up, no, at that time. Now, what makes soul making powerful, class? Now, it awakens the artist in each of us. Yes, even if you would say that, ma'am, even a little percentage, no, I am not creative, I'm not artistic in any way. But mind you, class, no, there's this artist, no, in each of us. We just have to learn how to awaken it. So even if you're not a professional, as long as you want to express something, no, you can be part of soul making. It invites you to reflect, imagine, and connect with your culture, with others, and with your own truth, class. So it's safe to say that soul making. It's an inclusive form of expression. No, it doesn't matter if you're skilled or just starting out. No, if you're a beginner, what actually matters is your willingness to reflect and express. So you have to take note of these two terms in soul making, no, reflect and express. Now we have this called categories of soul making, no? Because soul making can take different forms. So we have first crafting images. So here, this includes drawing, painting, sculpting, composing, or even writing. Here, the goal in crafting images is to visually represent personal memories or experiences. Now, the next category, we have crafting stories. So, this involves turning your ideas and reflections into narratives. Um, and crafting stories, it could be through writing, spoken word, or performance. No, the third one we have crafting instruments. So here, if even found or recycled objects, no, can be used to make musical instruments that express emotions or meaning. Even a ball pen, a paper cup, no, as long as you can produce sounds. So yeah, that is also. Um, a part of crafting instruments as long as you can transform something into an instrument itself. The next one we have crafting movement. So here you have to think about dance or physical performance. So movement here should carry emotion, culture, and intention. The last one, crafting techniques. So this is where your unique methods come in. No? You, are you familiar with origami? No? No, wherein you will just have to use a piece of paper, and from that you can create an artwork na. So in crafting techniques, this is how you use images, photos, or materials to express your inner experience. Another example for crafting techniques, we have puppets. Okay, now here I have the examples no for crafting techniques. So these are the puppets no by my students, Jack 6 students. All right. So next we have this a framework for genius. So how to think, no? How to think like a genius. So it's the seven Da Vinci principles. Okay, or how to think like yeah, someone who is very smart. So the first one, no, take note that we have seven Da Vinci principles. The first one we have curiosita. So here, a strong desire. You have a strong desire to learn and discover. No, it encourages continuous questioning and exploration of life. No, there are times when curiosity, no, can lead you to danger, but there are also times that um, we should be curious. No, we should never stop learning. Okay. The next one is experiential or experienza, meaning experiential learning. So here, learning by doing and experiencing firsthand, diba? We have DIY, do it for yourself. No, experienza supports participatory, hands-on approaches to growth. Okay, so the next principle we have sensación or sensory. No? So, meaning sharpening all our senses no, to heighten perception. Sight of seeing, hearing, touching, tasting, and smelling are all tools for awareness. So, we should improve that. The next one here is the systems thinking. All right. So, or we have this cognition. No, this is also called as cognition. Okay, though I'm not sure if it's pronounced as cognition. Now, here in systems thinking, it means understanding how everything is interconnected. Like, everything happens for a reason. No? Everything has its purpose. So, it encourages seeing the bigger picture in art and also in life. The next one is transfiguration or transfiguración. No, it's embracing transformation and uncertainty. Now, meaning you have the willingness to evolve through life's unknowns. Okay, you embrace change, no, you move on, like that. The next one is balancing art and science, or the arte or ciencia. So here, no, integrating logic with creativity. You have to use hemispheres, no, of the brain, both hemispheres of the brain, no, for holistic learning. So here in balancing art and science, no, it aims for the holistic learning. The next one is we have corporalita or balancing mind and body. So here, cultivating physical fitness, grace, and poise. So this corporalita or balancing mind and body, it supports harmony between intellectual and physical self. Alright, so after that, you also have this improvisation in art class, no? So it's the creation without preparation or script from the word improve, no? In improvisation, improvise. So it encourages instinctive, spontaneous expression, and also it can be used in performance, no, and visual arts and in body movements. So right after improvisation in art, we have this appropriation from the word appropriate. naaayon. Now, let's talk about appropriation. Now, appropriation means borrowing images, ideas, or objects and giving them new context. Take note, ha? New context. So, it's not the same as plagiarism, okay? So, in appropriation, the original is acknowledged, no? And then the new work transforms or reinterprets it. You are appropriating yourself to that artwork. Okay, for example, um, okay, later on, no, I will show you an example of this appropriation. So before we go into the examples, we have this ownership and copyright issues, no? Diba? So we have here, what do you call this one? We have this copyright. So copyright, the legal right of the creator. I'm pretty sure you have heard this word na, especially in social media, no? Next is appropriation transforms rather than imitate. So please take note of that. Appropriation is not just merely imitating. Okay? And it's important to understand the line between inspiration and copying. So for example, no, to be able to really understand these concepts, for example, you created an artwork, let's say a painting, and then your classmate would like to buy your artwork. All right. So now, who would be the who would have no who will have the copyright? No, is it you or your classmate who bought your artwork? How about the ownership? So the ownership will be what? So now your classmate will have the ownership, but the person who created the artwork will have the copyright. Meaning that artist has the right to create, no? To create another artwork the same with that one. Alright, now, how about if your classmate would like to pay that artist, not just to create a painting? Now, who will have the ownership in copyright? So if that's the case, since that person or that classmate of yours will going to pay that artist, the copyright na, will belong to the their classmate who paid the artwork. No? Because no? Why is that? It's because that classmate, no? He's the one who who had the idea, no? On what to paint, on what to create, no? And that classmate would also have the copyright and then the ownership. So the artist, no, will not have the copyright to produce, no, an artwork same with that because it's the classmate, no, who told the artist na, okay, I'm gonna pay you, but you have to create this one. And of course, that artwork or that design is only exclusive for that person, no, who paid, right? So that's the ownership and the copyright. So these are the examples of the appropriation. This is me, yes, on the right side, and Frida Kahlo. That's the artist now that I'm appropriating myself. So again, left side, Frida Kahlo. You can search about her, and then yeah, this is me. So what I used, no, as flowers, I used cartulinas, construction papers. Okay. So here, Frida Kahlo, and then Purbidang Kahlo, nasa ako. Okay, next, this is by my student, no, the Great Nude, and then this is his appropriation, Christian Snood. Okay. Next, we have here. She did not put a label on it now, and I forgot the title of this painting. And then this is her on the right side. Okay. Next, we have the sculpture, and then yeah, uh, Vega bronze. No? Okay, so that's it. So I want you to look at how creative they are. The next one, we have this. And then, yeah, on the right side, no, the platter chocolate. Okay? And yeah, that's for the appropriation. Now, we have the soul making and artistic growth. So here it awakens artistic potential and emotional depth. It connects personal stories with artistic exploration and then builds multiple intelligences and expressive skills. All right. So now these are your requirements for finals. So first you have to do no the example earlier, the art appropriation. So please only choose artworks, no? Wag yung mga artista or ano pa ba yan sa social media. So artworks lang. Okay? So, online ang submission. So, aside from the art appropriation output, you also have to submit a puppet. No, the one that I have presented earlier. Yung mga paper puppet, no? So, you have to take a picture of you with your own made puppet. So, magsa-selfie kayo with your puppet. So, dalawa yung requirements. So, and you have to submit that through this Google link. So, I will also paste the Google link in our GC. And the deadline class is on May 23, 2025. All right, so please submit on time. No, I will not accept late submissions. Yeah, and so that's it. No, that ends our discussion. So thank you, everyone, and God bless. Goodbye.